and it's trying to take me down all these back roads, and I'm like, no, this is a faster road. And I look on the GPS, and I'm like, this is stupid. Figured it out when I got home. I somehow clicked on bicycle and not on car. And so it was trying to take me down the bicycle routes.
Oh my gosh.
Roll the intro.
Evening, officer. Is something wrong?
Just keep your hands where I can see them. Routine traffic stop. We got reports of someone driving under the influence. You know anything about that?
No, I'm only under one influence.
What's that?
The influence of Jesus.
It's time for Under the Influence.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children.
Welcome back to another episode of Under the Influence. I'm one of your regular co-hosts, Jude Crane, joined by another consistent co-host,
Byron Thiessen.
and a slightly more inconsistent co-host, this being his first episode,
Adam Williams.
Adam Williams,
Jr.
famous actor, author, and Broadway musical,
New York Times bestseller.
New York Times bestselling author.
You're a New York
That's right.
Times bestseller?
Everybody is.
The Hunger Games. This guy wrote
Whoa.
Whoa, he wrote?
No way.
that.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
it's a surprise to even you.
Yeah.
We go like pretty far back, actually.
Oh, I see him every day at work.
Yeah, I just got a job at Discount Tires. I had my uniform. I let him borrow mine for the
Yeah.
day because,
No.
sweating a lot. You went to, or you go to still, the church that we used to attend with Byron.
It's true.
So,
Except for both of you
Long-
have left and it's just me now.
oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very sad.
You left before I did, though.
True.
What did you,
You left,
you
way, you left way before I left.
You still left.
It's
Throwing
true.
me under the church bus
Oh,
right now?
I'm definitely throwing you under the church
Oh, my
bus.
goodness.
You left
It was a good...
like 5 years before I even started. And then you came back
Yeah.
for like a couple
weeks.
months.
That's true.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
It was a great 2 weeks.
We
so I
never
count it
left.
as 2 months.
We never left. We just like
Didn't show
so
up.
we
Coming.
stopped going to
Yeah,
church. Like we
exactly
weren't a
right.
church-going family, which
Okay.
wasn't right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's right.
But then we came back, and then I did leave.
Yeah.
But for the exact same reason, because I had just fallen out of going to church, and then of course our Bible teacher went to a different church, and he was
Yeah.
like, got me reintroduced. You know,
Yeah.
it was good. It was for healthy reasons. I set the church on fire. I was excommunicated. They forced me to leave.
Wait, that's why there's the giant burn in the corner?
Yeah,
that,
Marks in the
one
corner?
was Samuel. The other one was him.
I'm the unfinished youth group room. Above
Yeah,
me.
remember?
Yes, I do remember that one. Okay, we're good now.
Is there still the soda machine, or was
Yes.
there? When, yeah,
Yes, it is still there.
Dude,
It is still there.
That's so
and it
good.
works. We just don't put soda in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my dad's pretty lame. shout out to my lame youth pastor dad.
Do they use the room?
Yeah.
That room? Yeah,
Yeah.
we use that upstairs room.
That was like the fabled experience.
It's got a GameCube now.
Really?
There's a
Yeah,
GameCube in it?
with
I
Melee,
just bought
Smash
it.
Bros. Melee.
What?
Wow.
Dude, what
I
are you
know.
playing
for
it
the-
on?
A TV.
Like, do you actually
We
have
have a TV. Yeah,
TV set up?
someone donated a TV.
Okay. Have
And
you
then
got-
Adam Armstrong donated the cables and stuff, so pretty cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds like a pretty cool youth group.
It's a pretty small youth group.
How many people
So you
are in
should
these?
grow.
Yeah.
How many people are in it? Just give us like a random number.
Seven.
Seven.
Six.
Okay.
6.
6K.
6K.
6K. Yeah, we're a mega church.
They're cramming 6K
In
worth
that-
of kids
yeah.
in a 30 by 60 foot room.
That's a
Loft
lot
room
bigger. That's
thing.
a lot
Yeah.
bigger than it actually is.
What?
Yeah.
That's over exaggerating. It's pretty small.
Hey, it's bigger than my bedroom, and my bedroom's about those dimensions. So,
Speaking of bedrooms,
oh, what?
I just upgraded from a shed.
You did?
Or I'm in the process of upgrading from a shed.
What?
If you didn't know, I've been living in a shed for the past about year and a half.
I didn't know. I mean, I
Oh,
did
you-
know because we're such close friends. But
Because
I
we work
forgot.
together. And
Yeah,
we're
we work
constantly.
together.
That's right.
How's that going?
It's just every day that I have free to move my stuff from the shed into the duplex, it's a day that no one else is home. Just like today. So I'm trying to move all this stuff. It's relatively easy, but now I'm just down to like my desk and this big dresser, and I'm just struggling to get it on the dolly, pushing it through the yard.
It's
It's
the
rough.
yard.
But
Off-roading.
yeah, I have to go
nice.
off-roading with the
Yeah.
furniture dolly. I used to live with my brother, and during COVID, they like jacked our rent.
Yeah.
And we lost a ton of catering work, so we just had to move back in with my dad, but he didn't have bedrooms. So we got these big sheds. And insulated
Oh,
them and
she
put
sheds.
wall. Yes.
Dude, they were really cool. They have their own windows.
They have a
and,
window
like,
with a
and they have really
door.
cool door. They look really cool from the outside.
And on the inside,
And then
they're tiny.
on the inside, your dad did the insulation, did like foam insulation,
Yeah.
and then like did you do a wood board on yours?
All
Or
of
you
them,
just do
yeah.
this? Okay.
We all cut insulation to fill in, then did faux wood, like wood
Yeah,
paneling.
like they turned them into proper units, kind of.
Domiciles.
Yeah, and then you
Yes.
ran. Did you run extension cords?
We have
From-
cables drilled through the house.
Oh,
Yeah, like electric
Cool.
cables going to sites. Very
it's like
safe.
some electrical tape, just
Very-
just coming out the main power supply.
very much up to code.
Yeah.
And
on
an
that
internet
one.
splitter that goes from Jerry's to mine. It's really safe.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's good that we're moving.
It's the redneck setup.
It's very good that you guys are moving. So, and then Jerry's moving too, or is that later?
They're just looking right now.
Okay,
Or are they?
I don't know.
Dun,
We'll have
dun,
we'll have to ask him.
dun.
We'll have to ask.
They're not here, as you can tell.
Yeah.
we never announced that.
So our wonderful, beautiful guest is here
Whoa,
because
whoa,
sorry,
whoa.
wait, our not wonderful but beautiful guest is here because Jerry and Levi are at a kettle corn show. Not a kettle corn show. They're at the Roseburg County Fair doing kettle corn.
Yes.
Yeah, which is fun. I got to stop by on Wednesdays.
It might be fun. It might not be fun.
That's true. It's very hot down
Yeah.
there, and I heard it was slow, so it may not be fun.
Yeah.
Was it
But
slow today?
I think so. I
Well,
know it was
guess
slow
what?
yesterday.
Today, we were constantly 10 cars backed up the entire day.
Very fun.
Really?
That does
Yeah,
sound fun.
Yeah.
They missed you at work.
Yeah,
Jerry.
well,
Oh,
what you did.
well, I had to call in because I was moving.
Yeah, okay, of course.
Right.
But yeah, it kind of was. It was
10
rough.
cars deep.
10 cars behind.
Okay.
We have 5 bays. Each bay was always full, and we had 2 people call in,
Nice.
I was
including,
one of them.
including one of them,
Including the third
including
guy.
this guy over here.
So what is it? Just tire replacements, or is it like tire repair? Tire? It's just tire.
Yeah,
all the tires.
All tires, man.
All the tires.
We just so many tires and wheels. We do new wheels,
That's sick.
Okay.
rims.
So rims.
Yeah,
Nice. So you can special order me some nice rims.
I
for my
can
truck?
special order you some nice rims for your truck.
We were talking about getting spinners for the company van. Maybe
That's perfect.
Dude,
We
yeah.
can get
That'd be
those.
great.
those were like what is that metallic sheen thing?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Like,
You know that purple
oh,
Iridescent.
like a
Oh, like the
dipped
chameleon,
one.
like the chameleon stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I think iridescent is the word. Maybe.
No, you need to get spinners that like have a weight in the bottom so they stay perfectly upright, and then you have Suzy Q's written on it, and so then it's sitting there perfect.
No, you need like
But
one
then,
of those fans that has the lights and it'll spell Suzy Q's when it spins.
the LED.
Yeah.
Dude,
do they make those for tires?
No,
not yet.
That's true. I think we have a new market that we need to jump into.
Discount tires exclusive item.
Yes.
The LED spinner tire.
But all it says is Suzy Q's. That's
Yeah.
the only form it says. It doesn't say anything else. Just
I could
Suzy
see that
Q's.
in the future as a real like electric
I
cars
bet.
having
No, I bet for sure. Yeah,
customizable like hubcaps. That'd be
Dude,
insane.
That'd be really
they
cool.
have the cars that have covered in LED.
That's
so you
true.
can
Yeah,
change, so
they've got
it's
like
coming.
a whole.
Yeah,
Dude, smart cars are crazy.
Okay, so give us one crazy story. It doesn't have to have happened today, but a crazy story of what has happened at work.
at work.
At work for you.
Gotta think about this. A crazy story.
Absolutely off the rails.
Yeah, off the tire shelf, crazy.
Off the tire shelf.
Off the
crazy.
tire shelf.
There's a couple of ones I can think of, but I don't know which one to. Let's see.
Give me something.
Well, we do air checks where basically it's just a market to sell more tires, basically what it is. But what people come to do is to come check their air and their tires. We check it for them and tell them, fill it up, top it off, which you could do at home, but they come do it here. We have a person pull up and all 4 tires are completely flat. Every last one is completely just dead flat. And it's
Nice.
like this teen couple. And the guy's like, hey, could you air check me? And the guy that's doing it is just standing there staring at the tires like, yeah, sure. Oh, look, they're all flat.
That's
Something's
crazy.
wrong.
I don't think I need to measure this.
And he's like, no, just fill them up. And he's like, we can't do that. We're not allowed to. I mean, it's a liability to fill up. So he comes around and pulls it in, and there was nothing wrong.
they're just flat.
Just shocking because they wouldn't take air at the air check. They wouldn't fill up. Like they wouldn't accept
Really?
air, but everything was fine.
The tires were totally fine.
Totally fine.
Do you just change out the core, like your?
Yeah, we switch out
feed
valves.
Valves.
Yeah.
So this guy's just been treating his tire pressure like gasoline.
Yeah.
Like it just it wears
it's
out. He has to
empty.
refill.
It's empty.
My
I go
tank
fill
is
it
empty.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like $30 to fill my car. Really? That's super cheap. No, my tires.
No, my tires. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Is there a reason that that's it? Never mind.
What?
I was about to ask if there's a reason we don't just fill tires with like cement or something, and I immediately
That's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard.
for longevity. Stone tires.
Do you fill with just straight natural air, or do you guys do like special gas in your
What?
tires?
Can you do
it's just-
special gas?
No.
Yeah, you can.
We just do compressors out of the air.
Just air compressors.
Like nitrogen?
Oh, that's one thing that happened today.
What?
Not only were we 10 cars behind,
Yeah.
one of our compressors went out.
Oh,
so
no.
an entire half of our building was like, we only
No.
get little spurts.
No air.
Yeah.
You were just blowing really hard?
Which
Well,
is
like-
crazy because you'd be surprised how many of our machines run off compressors. The impact drills run off compressors. We have a spinner that mounts them up. You need to have the compressor to seat the tire with the air blaster.
That's all
and then
pneumatics.
you need the air to fill the tire. And then the balancer that balances the tire needs air too. So literally
Balancer uses air?
yeah, because there's a lift, a hydraulic lift
Oh.
to lift it up because it's so high off the ground. It's nearly impossible to. I mean, if it's a bigger tire, it's impossible to lift it all the way up onto the spindle and then tighten it on. So everything there requires air, and we didn't have air.
You had it sounds like you had a terrible
was
day.
a terrible
I'm so
day.
sorry.
Man.
This
It was
is
a
awful.
terrible day.
Well, now you're here. We're gonna have fun. We are having fun.
I hope so.
I think so.
I-
I hope so.
What do
crazy.
you know what caused the traffic yesterday? We were going to record yesterday with Levi, but there was a horrible accident. Or were you just stuck in like rush hour?
With me?
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me.
Oh.
So when we were recording yesterday, I left and then I wasn't able to get here, and I looked at my GPS and it said 2 hours to drive 30 minutes. And I'm very confused why. And it's trying to take me down all these back roads, and I'm like, no, this is a faster road. And I look on the GPS and I'm like, this is stupid. Figured out when I got home. I somehow clicked on bicycle and not on car. And so it was trying to take me down the bicycle routes.
Oh my god.
That's why it would take you to.
And so I was like, this is stupid. But I'm driving back, and I'm shot him a phone call, and
And you're like in Sherwood, and we're like 2
Sherwood.
hours.
Yeah, I'm like-
I can't even find like an accident on I-5 that would cause that.
and I'm like, I don't know, it's say 2 hours, guys. And then I figured out it was only supposed to be like 35 minutes.
You
and then
clicked, like, the
I
wheelchair
told you guys it was
option.
35 minutes.
This is true.
And then Levi was like,
This
no,
is
I gotta
true.
go.
It had already because Levi had to go down to the show.
Levi had to go to the show that
Yeah.
last night, and so.
But I didn't even realize Levi didn't even have to drive through the pass. He just need to go on I-5. He's going to Roseburg, not to Shoots.
I know. That's why I was trying to figure out why.
Just an absolute debacle. This is what happens when Jerry isn't here.
I know.
He
Jerry,
is the
It all falls apart.
Jerry, we
anchor.
need you. We need you, Jerry.
We need you.
Don't leave us.
ever again.
So when you're not working at a tire place,
Yes.
what are you doing for fun?
Fly fishing.
Fly fishing.
Dude,
Crazy, right?
I want to learn how to fly
so-
fish.
Well, I already taught this guy.
I know how to fly fish from you.
Yes.
You taught him?
I taught
He,
him.
he taught
most
me.
of it.
I think that we need to have a fly fishing date.
I think that
That-
both of us together could definitely teach you.
It'll definitely take both of you.
Man,
Good
I had
stuff.
like a
Yes.
I had a moment yesterday on the river. I went to John
Really?
Hill Park because I did get gas after all.
Oh, you,
I got some money, got some gas.
this is a good thing.
Oh, I thought you meant you just had like IBS.
Well, I mean, we're gonna leave that
yeah,
no
it
comment there.
happens.
He got Taco Bell.
Right.
On the way to John
the
Hill
way.
Park. But I got there and ended up teaching two different groups of people how to fly fish.
Really?
Strangers?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm coming back at the end of the night, and I get the homeschooler approach. You know, country boy, he comes out with his arm out, ready to shake my hand.
Like that
Wow.
that wide
he comes
swing?
this wide swing in to shake my
Dude.
hand. The clap, you know,
Crisp.
as soon as it hits, I'm like, oh man, I'm in for it now.
Yeah.
And he goes, so this is my first time river fishing. So this is my first time river fishing, and my first time fly fishing, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Do you have any tips? So I'm like, oh man, I really just want to go home. It's getting dark. It's like, 30-minute drive home.
Sure.
But I got these two guys. They're together, and they're both fishing, and they just bought their rods last week. So I give them some tips. They had this much leader on each.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
Now, was that bad?
That's bad.
Okay.
That's
So
terrible.
So in fly fishing,
Yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know what fly fishing is,
True. I didn't assume that.
it is fishing where you throw a line
In the air.
in the air back and forth.
Yeah.
And then you have this little tiny hook that you tie pheasant feathers or deer hair or all these different things to make it look like a fly. Okay, so that's kind of
So it's
what a
small.
fly
It's,
is.
it's really small stuff.
So it's really small. So you have this little tiny thing, probably for those audio listeners only. What are you doing? A half an inch or an inch big fly for a trout. That's like a pretty big as an inch. And then you have about 7 to 9 feet of leader on it. So it's called tippet or leader.
You have leader and then more tippet.
And
so
more
it's quite long.
It's
quite
super long. Yeah. So imagine 9 feet of this really white, almost invisible underwater line.
Yeah.
And then you have your fly line.
And these guys had like a foot and a half
foot?
at best.
Okay. And then you take your fly line.
Of just the thickest monofilament line too. Just so thick.
Just yarn.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, oh man, that's
straight up yarn.
not gonna do anything for you.
And then you have the fly line, which is actually heavy line, and that's actually what you're throwing. So you actually throw the fly line.
And that's why you need such
Oh.
long tippet, because the thicker fly line, you want to keep that away from the fish. So
You want to keep that away. And so you throw your fly line. Your fly is along for the ride. It just gets pulled out there and goes smack on the water. And the goal is to make that smack delicate, so that it looks like an actual fly.
Yeah,
It's just
you're
in the
trying
water.
to trick them into thinking it's an actual bug.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
And it's usually
Crazy.
right as it hits, the fish will be like, "Oh, that's what I got to go for," and it
Yeah.
drifts down and then smack.
Yeah.
And then you hit it, and then you pull up, and then you're on the hook.
There
You're
you
on
go.
the fish.
You just learn fly fishing.
You just
in
learn fly
30
fishing right
seconds.
there.
Wow.
But there's technique of like how to pull your arm back and cast your arm
Yeah.
out.
We're
So-
going to cut that and put it on Patreon if you want to learn how to fly fish. We can put
Yeah,
it behind a
I-
paywall.
so that's what my dad said. He said, so you should have just said I charge $100 an hour for fly fishing lessons. For
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah.
This will be the first episode that we don't even release it all publicly. You have to pay for it because there's
It's
so
all
much
paid.
information. Tire
long-
changing,
just-
fly
yeah,
fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I really want to get you out fly fishing.
That would be
but-
great
to go.
So,
we love. We
so
would love it.
what we need to do is you don't even need to buy a license. What we need to do is go to a park and then just learn casting.
True. Yes, we need
Because
to. Yeah.
you need to spend like 10, 15 minutes casting, 20 minutes casting, maybe
or
an
if you
hour.
even just like come out to my house at the pond and just cast
yeah.
there.
We just practice the casting because that's the hardest point.
Yeah.
Once you have that down, you're
We'll
out
take you.
fishing.
We're ready.
We can go out
If
anywhere.
you can, if you
go
can
fish.
get some line out, we'll set you up with like an indicator or something. You got it.
And I think we can.
Very
I think
nice.
we could find you some extra, an extra rod. Somewhere.
I know we could somewhere.
I know. I'm not going to say who, but I think I know someone.
Really.
That's crazy.
He's really close to me right now.
It's me. I have my own rod.
I knew it.
I knew.
Yeah.
He actually
I'm
does.
so
He has-
passionate about getting into the sport that I have all the gear, no idea how to use
He
it.
has, he has,
No,
he has
I
a-
wish.
He has,
I
a,
wish.
he has a one. He has a 2-weight, 3-weight,
2-weight,
4-weight,
4-weight.
5-weight, 6-weight, 7-weight, 8-weight, and 9-weight rods all at home.
Wow, you're a professional.
Yeah.
I have a
You should- you
singing
should be giving-
bass.
you should
that
giving me-
sits on my wall. One of those singing fish, the bass
yeah,
that
yeah.
sits on my wall. That's about the closest
That's
I
what our
have.
target's going to be for practicing casting. Just put that out in the yard.
Let it float off.
you have to hit the button. You have to hit the button.
Ooh,
Yeah,
and once
start
you can
singing.
do that, you can go fishing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a long time practicing then.
Well,
So do you multiple times flick it, or you just do
yeah.
it once?
Well, it depends on if you're first casting, you pull out all your line off the reel. So it's not like a regular one. It's not like a regular fishing pole where the line is always on the reel. You pull the line off before you cast, so the line's kind of at your feet, and then you do your cast. So it's all free. And then once you cast once, you don't have to do it over and over again because you have like momentum, you know.
okay.
Yeah. So it's like your goal is to pull the line. You pull it all off and you have it spooled down below you, and then it's quick casts, and then you can actually flick it out.
You can there's a couple of different casts.
There's a couple
that
different
don't
casts.
even have to go up in the air.
Yeah. So you do a side cast out, and then you let the water actually pull your line out downstream.
And then once it's behind you,
and then
you
you do a roll cast or a flick cast back up, and then you can actually cast all your line up in one cast.
Yeah.
And you've only done one. You've only done 2 casts. You did a flick cast out, let it sit, and then a flick cast up.
Gosh, I just want someone to edit a wand into your hands. Cast and cast and just cast the spells all over the place.
like the Disney Plus,
Oh,
the
is
Disney
it-
thing where
yeah.
they draw.
You're watching the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
But it's the actual like what you actually drew.
Yeah, the terrible, like, makes no sense.
Yeah.
You're watching the Disney Channel.
The Disney Channel.
Yeah.
We gotta
Tim,
make.
Tim, can you do that for me?
I had this is so completely off topic, kind of, but we were going to do a one shot for D&D one time, and I
Okay.
made a character, not knowing anything about it, who was a wizard, but instead of a wand, he used a fly fishing like casting thing. So like for Fireball, he was a furbolg. He would like reel back and then go, and then like this giant spectral goldfish made of like flame. That would be
That sounds so cool.
Dude, that would be so amazing.
Fly
never did
fishing
the one shot.
magicians.
Yeah, fly fishing magicians.
That sounds great.
Somebody make that.
Oh my gosh. My brain is like excited about that. That would be so cool.
It's a cool character idea.
That'd be really cool.
I think if we did do the fishing, I think when we do the fishing, it'd be a fun thing to record.
It would be a great thing to record.
Yeah,
I would
easy.
love to take Jerry and Levi out too, and we'll all just go do it.
When would we be able to get Jerry, Levi, you, and me all together?
I don't know. It's so hard.
Some sort of
Wait.
event, some sort of party, maybe some sort of
Wait.
bachelor.
But he's gonna record this. Or he's gonna edit this. Scrub that.
Scrub
what?
that, Tim. Scrub it
Scrub
from the
it.
face of the earth.
Don't let him see this.
And we're back.
Hello.
How could we get us together? I just don't know.
I don't know.
It's
The
really
end of the
weird.
story is we have no idea.
But I think we really should. I would love to have all of us do.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to record us goofing off and trying to learn how to cast.
Especially before, like,
The problem
we haven't really done
is-
anything with summer.
Problem is,
Yeah.
you gotta go somewhere you can do it from the bank because they don't have waiters.
No. I'm thinking that we literally go to a field and teach them how to cast.
Oh.
that would be the hilariously part.
That would be
hilarious
funny, yeah. Getting
And
that on
then
camera would be funny.
we don't need to have the video
No.
of us going out actually fishing.
No.
But yeah, we could find some spots.
You got to be there too. You're the fly fishing shaman.
The guru.
The guru. Yeah.
I think we could just go to St. Louis Ponds or
I wouldn't do St. Louis again. I would do somewhere else. Like,
we
Too
could
many
do Cascade
homeschoolers.
Gateway.
yeah, that might work.
Cascade Gateway because we could go up farther.
A river is for a beginner though. A river is so much.
Rivers
easier.
are so easy.
Yeah,
dude.
rivers are so easy for
I just don't
beginners.
know where to go. That's bank.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
So coming soon
Y'all fishing
to an
episode.
episode
Tune in
near
next
you.
time.
Yeah. The fishing episode.
Fishing episode. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be pretty
It
fantastic.
probably won't come out for another year, so don't hold your breath. But
Next summer.
like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified when we
this
do
is
that.
cringe. No. That's
We don't want to plug. We don't want to plug.
Oh,
We're not doing that.
Sorry, scrub that too.
We're self-aware here.
Yeah.
You talked about at your job some of the people not having like great
Oh yeah.
lives. Do you ever get an opportunity to like be maybe not even evangelize, but just be a good steward? And like, how does that look in the work setting?
I definitely. I mean, I wouldn't call it evangelizing, but I make sure to. I try to set myself apart from those people,
Right.
so that they can tell definitely like. I don't know if they think I'm just like a nerd or something, but like, oh my gosh, she's different. You
But
know?
you have like standards and
Yeah,
like,
I don't curse ever at work, and there's definitely some of that at work from basically all of the guys, and I just I try to know people's names,
That's awesome.
fist bump them when they come in, ask them how their day was.
Yeah.
It's reciprocated too. Once you start doing it, they remember your name and they will come up to you and tell you that you don't have to ask anymore. Like they'll come up and just tell you about their day,
Yeah.
like like a friend, and it's
That's
cool.
awesome. That's
I've only been there for a couple weeks, and like already, like people will tell me what happened to them without me having to ask anymore, which is
That's
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
exciting.
I'm pretty
to
much
hear.
just the best. If you, that's
I'm ministering
Yeah, you
my
know.
job. It's whatever.
Yeah,
you know.
whatever. I'll
I'm
be a
gonna start a
manager
Bible
soon.
study on
Yeah.
Sundays.
How many guys do you work with?
Quite a few. So, at a time, or how many people are hired?
How many people are on staff that you'll see everyone?
Probably I'd say 20, 25 people.
Oh wow.
We cycle through, but on a day we only have so I said we have 5 bays. You try to have 2 people on each bay, and then per 2 or 3 bays you have one overseer in there, and then a couple people at the counter. So I don't really do much with the counter because I'm not a manager
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Hint, I want to be a manager.
So you have a lot of opportunities then, though.
I mean,
There's
yeah,
a lot of guys to meet that you're talking with your
Yeah.
daily day.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Quite
It's
a
something
few.
I've always kind of missed out about being the delivery driver. Is I don't get a ton of opportunity. I see the same receivers, and so I kind of have that rapport with them where we talk, but it's always so. I'm not sitting there with them.
Yeah,
I'm just having
no.
them sign a piece of
Yeah,
paper.
you're not going to break or going to lunch together.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, I never get that. And I don't want to talk with these guys that work here. Oh my goodness, the poppers,
Yeah,
bunch of
exactly.
savages. My
No one
brother,
talks to you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would never. But that's cool. It's really good to hear. There's not enough people, I think, fostering community in each pod that they're in: work life, social life, school life, and all that. And it's good to hear that there's good stewards there. I think.
And they're definitely, I'm not the only one, but I'm
Sure,
like,
yeah.
I've come in and I think that I've tried to, I think it takes a long time, a couple months for guys to be close enough to like come to work and instead of just like nodding and then getting to work. There's some that'll still do that, some are really quiet, but before start work to like actually just talk to each other instead of sitting and listening to the pre-meeting or whatever.
I feel like, especially for guys, it's very easy to just remain at that level, that
just at a
surface
professional level, just doing your job and then going home.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Okay,
Yeah.
Good.
Walk
See you
on.
later. Yeah. Because it's just, there's no risk. It's comfortable to stay there, but
Yeah.
it's worth investing.
Yeah.
And one thing I'd have done too is, it's funny to say, but like I try to find common interests, and the way I do it is I look at water bottle stickers. And I've done that now where I found out I've had some other people in the National Guard that I found and asked them about from their water bottle stickers. There was a guy from a police program, and I said I had a friend in the police program, so we had some talk about that. And, I like to look and try to just pick up the hints and see what you can figure out from them and ask them about them.
Yeah.
Kind of show that you care and are interested in their well-being. And
Shows
what's
you take
going on in their
initiative.
life. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, those little hooks, especially
Yeah.
when you ask about something that they haven't necessarily brought up, that sticks with people.
Yeah.
And it leaves a reminder, like an attachment.
And then, usually after do that, then I've had a couple guys now that'll before they leave work, if they're getting off before me, they'll come and say bye. And then ask you when you're going to be working again. So when they see you again.
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think just fostering those communities is so important, because a lot of how Christians, I think right now, especially in America, can make change is the community,
It
the
would
immediate,
be a lot easier.
yeah, the intimate community that we live around and work with, because the most we can do on that giant corporate scale for most of us is just we vote.
Yeah.
But politics isn't the battleground for most of us, so the community and fostering that is awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's almost like he's starting discipleship.
That's
Kind of an idea.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You're going and you're making that
The
community
disciples
discipleship.
making more disciples?
Making more disciples. What?
Oh my gosh.
Gosh. It's
Mind
the
blown.
number one commandment in the New Testament.
It's like what we're going through at our youth group right now.
Oh. What are you going through with
Disciple making.
disciple making?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the...
That's what we're going through.
That's
we have
awesome.
a little disciple making book that we work through. So you should
It's
come
working.
check it out.
It sounds
Yeah.
like...
It's so good. It's making me do it, which means it's good because
Yeah, it must be good. Yeah.
If something makes me, if it rubs off on me, it's got to be good because I'm pretty dense.
Yeah.
What kind of video games are you playing? Or games?
Games?
Games.
Oh, just games?
Well, I don't know.
It could be anything.
Some people aren't huge on the video
What am I
game.
playing right now? Right now I've been in a retro kind of swing in my life right now. A retro swing, playing back through old Mega Mans.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's a
really old,
commitment.
like 90, 89, way back there. But that's pretty good games, man.
100 years ago, yeah.
When all those old people, if anybody was alive when those came out, they're so old.
Yeah.
Wait, those
all
are fun.
those old people.
Stop it. Hey.
You're so old, Byron.
I may have been around when they came out, but stop it.
You are our senior member.
What else do I do? I don't know. Not a lot. I don't. I've used to do a ton of games. I did all the Halos. I still do some Apex
yeah?
Legends. It's okay, but I found that I don't really have the time. I found that with my new job, if I'm off during the day, chances are I'm napping, just sleeping. I sleep during the day, and I don't like sleeping during the day.
No.
Sleeping during the day is really weird, really disorientating for me. Just my mind doesn't really get the concept because I don't usually nap, but I just get so tired. I'll
Yeah.
just sit down in front of my TV to play a video game, and after the first round or something, I'll be really tired.
Wow.
And then I'll just go to bed and instantly conk out.
And then you wake up and it's just
And wake up and be like, is it tomorrow
Where
yet?
am I?
Is it tomorrow? Oh no, it's only 5:30 in the evening.
Oh, that's the waking up at
worst.
5
Oh.
o'clock. Oh,
Yeah.
my
That's
goodness.
rough.
Or I mean, instead of video games too, now that I have my driver's license, I just do a lot of fishing. Like
That's awesome.
If I have gas and I have free time and I'm not super tired, I'll go fishing.
I recently just found like my own thing that I can do when I have free time by myself.
Yeah.
Bowling.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Bowling?
Fallen in love with bowling.
Man, if
dude.
I had more money, I would definitely do bowling more often.
I will start bowling. I
Where-
need other people to.
Where are you bowling at and when?
I would
The
bowl
rec.
with you.
The Rec?
Yeah, on Lancaster.
Rec Center? Oh,
what-
yeah, on
yeah.
Lancaster.
What time? Because I want to come.
I'm trying to do Tuesdays. Right
Tuesdays?
after work. It's super dead.
I would
Okay.
I would definitely pay for a round of bowling with you.
Let's
What,
get a
what time
lane
is right
together.
after work for you?
Tuesdays, like the latest I get off is usually like 2 o'clock. So I'll
Oh,
go in
wow.
like 3:30.
So 3,
bowl for a
3:30.
few hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
rad.
assuming I'm not working, I would definitely go bowling with you.
Well, we'll sync up our schedules.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Do you have your own shoes and own ball yet?
Not yet, but
I
I have
actually-
looked at shoes and I have looked at cool bowling balls.
As a kid, for some reason, one of my birthday presents of my fifth birthday, I just was dead set on getting my own bowling ball.
Do you have your own bowling ball?
I still have it. It just doesn't work for me anymore.
What size
is it?
The
Yeah.
holes are too small.
We can have them drilled out again.
It's like kid size, man.
You got to
Dude.
just learn to palm it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the palm
It's like
method.
a kid size, but I have it, and it came with like as a kid, it was the coolest thing ever. It came with its own like bowling ball case, and it had it had a
my
flame job.
gosh.
It was red and orange, and it looked like flames. They were all like mixed in.
So
As a kid, I was like, I have my own bowling ball.
Yeah.
So cool.
Dude,
I
must
don't
have
know
felt
why.
like the what is the orb from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
that Sauron
exactly right.
has?
Yeah, like, pull off the blanket. Look what I have.
Yeah,
A bowling ball.
scrying orb.
He's the talk of his homeschool group.
Check
out his bowling ball. You gotta pull.
I was looking at shoes. I was looking at bowling balls, but the number one thing that I was just like filling up my Amazon shopping cart with, not to buy, just because was bowling shirts. Just like the most rad bowling shirts.
Okay, do they have like sayings on them, or are they just?
No,
colors
I was
and
going for like I didn't get any of them, but there was one with the decal from like the 90s fast food cups, that blue crayon one.
Yeah.
And then there was a ton of just like old rendered like original Mac rendering to like 3D shapes and stuff.
Yeah,
just old
that's
school.
cool.
Because for some reason, like the bowling screens, what they like if you do a strike,
Yeah.
they're always the most random thing. Like
Random.
you never know what's coming. I feel like shirts should always be like that. Like, oh, it's a monkey knocking over bananas or barrels.
Yeah.
Like what is that? Like why?
Spare. It's a monkey with a gun.
Yeah, it's like-
what is the?
what is going on?
Oh, you got a gutter ball, so now there's a bowling ball like falling off a cliff or something. Like,
yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
really depressing.
Yeah.
Bowling.
I just got into it, but I'm terrible at it.
What was your best score so far? Just because not
Sub,
judging
like
my
above hundreds or
Yeah, are you like getting 100? You getting almost a
Sub
2?
100.
Sub 100?
Sub hundreds.
Okay.
sub 100.
Okay.
All right.
My best score, and I'm bad, is an 84.
Okay.
I just got it last Tuesday.
All right.
And I'm super proud
We're
of it.
improving.
That's
And nobody
improving.
could take that away from me.
That's awesome. All you're competing against is yourself, and that's all that matters.
Well, I was competing against someone else.
oh, okay.
and I lost.
oh, okay.
I was waiting for them to get there because like traffic, and so
Yeah.
I just started warming up, because I'm terrible. And it was dead. It was a Sunday or a Tuesday, and so there was like 2 other lanes people were bowling on, and then like 3 families just at like the air hockey at the tables right behind where I'm bowling.
Yeah.
And so my first like game that I start, 7 straight gutter balls, all to the left, all immediately to the left, and I'm just like every time I had to turn around, and there's clearly people that are just watching
you,
me
yeah.
fail alone on this lone bowling alley or bowling lane, and then the moment I got half of them or whatever, the person showed up, and I'm just doing the most dorky like celebration to a bunch of strangers.
Did you get like a small like applaud from the guys at the
I got
hockey
one
table?
like look of what looked like recognition and like
Okay, like,
respect. I was like,
you
yes,
finally did it.
somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just like the amount of gratification, even if it's 13 just gutter balls and then you hit one pin immediately, like I feel like it's reserved, like it's a secret that I was let in. It's reserved
Well,
for like
that's what fly fishing was for me.
yeah.
It takes
yeah.
it takes so long to get to the point where you can catch fish that first fish, even if it's like tiny, is like, oh my gosh, I've made it. Like
Yes.
it's like, oh
Yes.
yeah.
Like after just getting the worst, like
Yeah.
one pin, and then you bowl and you see it just go right down the middle.
Exactly.
It's
right.
like
you get the
this
if
is
you
the
can
one.
finally get a good cast and you get a fish, it's just like the best feeling ever.
yeah,
yeah.
it's so great.
I feel like bowling can humble you so quickly. Because you feel like you see it and you're like, you see professionals
It's
and
easy.
you're like,
That's easy.
that looks super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk up, gutter, gutter, gutter.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing is fly fishing also. You look at it and you're like, this looks easy. I
can
just,
do that.
I just
Yeah.
fling this thing back
Yeah.
and forth. I can do that.
And,
And
you're
it's
like,
just,
oh,
and you're like, oh, I just
Oh.
got it all tangled up and it's all in a mess.
Exactly right.
I caught a tree behind me now. Oh, great.
and now I caught a tree in front of me.
But,
Oh, great.
But that moment that you're saying when you throw the ball and it's going down perfectly and you see all the pins go down or even just most of the pins go down at once, you're like, I did it.
I did it, yeah.
And then the cast, this is like the moment for me, is like when you do that cast and you're like, you've been flinging hard the whole time. And you're like, okay, going back to basics. It's this motion and this motion. You just take that timing and the timing's perfect. There was no effort in it. And it just lays out there like it's supposed to. You're like, I did it.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
That's all I've been having to do this whole time. I've been spending
You just
30
stop
minutes doing
thinking
this.
about it, yeah.
And all I had to do was that.
Yeah.
And it worked. And you're like,
Now I feel kind of dumb.
It's very rewarding.
man.
It's a very rewarding experience. It's interesting how similar these two things seem to really be for
really
passion
are.
wise. Yeah. There's something about like being so drastically humbled and then immediately feeling like on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
must be part of the allure
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
what I don't know if like I'm a junkie of that. Like I go through like different hobbies of
Yeah.
where I get to the point where I'm okay, but then like once you're okay, you don't get that feeling of, oh my gosh, I finally got okay.
For most things, yeah. It kinda,
So then I move on. Like I did that with chess. You know, I did like a year to where the point where I could beat quite a few people that aren't as experienced at chess.
Dude. Chess.
Speaking of people that aren't experienced at chess.
Hey, hold on. I know that was directed at me.
Anyway, I got to the point where I could start beating people, and then it just like it. Once it's easy, once it's not easy to improve anymore, then it's kind of like, oh man. Once you have
Right.
to start grinding, it's just
Yeah.
less worth it to me.
well, because it's
Are you
like
pulling up a
winning
record?
always feels good.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah.
then those things you fall in love with, which like bowling feels like for me, is like even the fail, like just the learning part is
yeah.
the fun part.
No, learning is great.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why I
Yeah.
like.
And even if I miss horribly, but when I bowl and before it even touches the pins, it's in the middle of the lane.
Yeah,
It's like
perfect.
that's an improvement from
Yeah.
my last throw. Yes,
Yes.
that's the best.
I love the learning aspect of it.
Yeah.
And just to vindicate myself, I definitely have beaten you. Okay. We will
let's
announce.
talk about the numbers.
We will
Some
now.
chess
We will
scores?
announce my numbers with him. Okay. So we have played a total of 43 games.
Yes, 43
okay.
games.
43 games.
One of them was a draw.
One was a draw.
you go.
That's a good thing. Okay.
It's
Because I
not
was gonna
really that good.
lose,
It's not
and
that
I
good.
drew him out.
It's not that
That
good.
counts as a win and a loss. for
No,
both
it
of
does
us.
not count as a win.
Oh, it counts as a draw,
It counts as a draw.
which is a win for me.
okay.
And then I've had 8 wins.
8 wins.
And so you
Very
can do the
good.
math on that, and you don't need to know what the number is of how many losses
It
I've
was
had.
34.
But
34 losses.
Is that real?
they're supposed to do the math.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
had 34 losses.
Yeah.
But I want to say that the last 5 games that I have with him,
Were losses.
no, our games together that we've had,
Were losses.
no, I won.
No, you
I
won one.
I won the last one, and then
You won on time on the last one. Because
doesn't
I got
doesn't matter.
grounded.
Doesn't matter.
You
That's
lost
true.
that one.
I did lose that one, and I can't go back any further.
Yeah, you lost that one again too. So he lost a bunch and only won one because I got grounded. So one of those wins was just because I got grounded.
It's still a win. He timed out. The clock,
I don't know.
the
It
clock
does
ran out. The
sound
clock
like
ran
it's
out.
still a win.
It's not a win.
He had 5 days to play. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
well, I got grounded for more than 5 days.
Don't give him grace on that one.
So the flame is dying off on chess for you.
It is.
Yeah.
I just the money I got for gas.
Yeah.
I had a really fancy chessboard. I sold it on eBay.
That's nice.
What?
It was a magical chessboard.
You sold a really cool chessboard?
sold it?
Dude, this
I
chessboard
sold
was
it
amazing.
For a thing of beans or what?
for $260.
Oh. Wow, it must have been pretty magical.
It
It's
was
nice-
a real chessboard. I spent like $300 on it.
Oh,
So
man.
it's a square off chessboard. So it's about for people that aren't watching, it's probably 4 or 5 inches tall. So pretty tall.
Yeah.
Pretty hefty. And the pieces are magnetic, and inside is like a 3D printer sort of mechanism, and it moves pieces around.
Yeah.
So you play the computer on the phone. You hook your phone, Bluetooth your phone to the board, and you can play the computer, but it moves it on the board for you. So you're
That's
playing on
so
the board.
cool.
And the best part is, I bumped,
Holy
bumped the
cow.
mic. Bumped the mic.
That's
okay.
all right.
I sign in to chess.com. I can play Byron
Yeah.
on the phone, but have it on the board. So it's like I'm playing him, but he's playing in his house. miles away, but I have a board in front of me. It's like
Yeah.
he's playing, but I just can't see him.
Like a ghost is just like moving.
Exactly. Like,
That is crazy.
Like Ghost Byron is moving his pieces.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's really cool. And
was
then
really cool.
you play the computer, and the computer moves against you. And
If those Apple AR glasses actually become a thing, mixed with that chessboard, it's just gonna be a hologram
Crazy.
of Byron,
Yeah, a
but the chess
hologram of
pieces will
Byron right
move.
They have Byron cry when he loses, and
Yeah, Byron will make his character just the most ugly ever. They'll like shave his head for his chess character.
Bald Byron.
yeah, I'll just do like photo edits, and
Yeah.
like totally go bald cap on it, have a goatee,
Yeah.
and have a triple chin.
yeah.
That would be so great if like scan yourself so you can appear to other people. You just put a bald cap on. Scan
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I kind of love getting rid of stuff like that though. Like I tried to get in the chest, never bought a chessboard, but I got this cool chess set of pieces from my my bad, somebody just came in. I got this cool set of chess pieces from this like pawn shop, and I'm horrible at chess. I barely even improved. When I got rid of them, though, it was nice to be like, I got this. I did make some headway. I realized that I don't really enjoy the thing, and now I move on. I don't know. There's just something about that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about my chessboard is I used it. I did.
Yeah.
But it was just like becoming like it was in my den where I play video games. It was just becoming like a coaster. Like I put cups on it. I'm like, okay, it's just gonna get cup rings and it's
Yeah.
gonna lose value. I
Yeah.
still kept the box, all the original stuff. So I was like, okay, I gotta just snap and sell it, and so I did. And it sold really fast. So I got
Yeah.
what I wanted.
Chess is huge right now.
It
Or
is.
at least
It's
it's,
a
Oh
boom.
gosh,
Yeah.
it's so big.
Even though my model is from 2020 and they have lots of newer ones, it's still bought up in a couple days
Yeah.
for the buy it now. It was crazy.
if you like chess, on the Discord, we have a chess server for people who want to share
do.
their scores.
Last time I was there, it was super dead. Very sad.
Not a lot of people play chess anymore.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
very
Discord. Me and Byron will play off in there publicly for people to watch. So.
So to laugh at?
Yeah, two people who Byron is making like decent moves, and
you're
I'm just
like,
mirroring
just
every
trying,
single
yeah.
one. This will work.
This will work.
You have your dice and time to move this piece.
I'm rolling dice for chess. My rook is gonna move 2d12.
Exactly right.
He uses stockfish,
Oh.
but he sets it to low setting.
Oh.
We'll play with the magic chessboard, and my pieces will just be like, just like not making
Yeah.
a choice.
Yeah.
You can watch it.
Calculating a line. Oh wait, no, take that back.
Yeah.
You can watch it like go back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth, back and forth. Oh my gosh,
Nice.
that'd be funny actually.
That would be funny. What's new?
So-
What else?
What have you been doing recently, Jude?
I have been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate.
Oh,
It's a video game.
have you now?
Yes, it's a bit of a controversial video game. It's a very well made video game.
How do you feel about it?
In terms of like constructing something digitally, it's incredible.
Okay.
So explain what this is. What is the
It's a
point?
Dungeons and Dragons game
Oh.
where it takes. I know, sinners. It takes the mechanics of the tabletop one, like the dice rolling and classes, and it just turns it digitally, so you can play by yourself, and there's computer systems that can play the other things.
Okay.
And it was open access, early access for a while, and people played it, and they actually listened to the players' voices.
That's good. That's always good.
Yeah, everything they promised on,
Yeah.
they over delivered.
Really?
Perfect.
Yeah. And on release, it was not a flop. There was no giant game-ending bugs or
That
glitches.
almost never happens nowadays.
It's completely different in terms of like, and it's not even like a AAA game studio. It's smaller than that, but it's setting standards, and like there's internet beef about it. But I've been playing with Levi. We did a run through. It's pretty fun.
I've been watching you and Levi play every
Yeah.
once in a while.
It's a struggle sometimes because I don't listen, and Levi doesn't explain things well, and so when those things come together,
Oh my gosh.
the communication between Levi and I, and I'm absolutely contributing to it, is rough. But it's been really fun. But other than that, I've just been moving slowly because every day is just 90 degrees.
It's
and
hot,
shuffling
and
over
there's
there.
no one else to help you. I get it.
I've been taking care of Neeks while
okay.
Jerry's out of town.
Yeah.
His dog. And there's this one board in our fence behind his shed that's like covered by a tree canopy, so you can't traditionally see it.
Yeah.
And I thought we had put a board back in front of it. We had not.
Uh-oh.
So today, sometimes I'll leave her in the yard with her ball just for like 5 to 10 minute increments, never too long, so she gets too curious. But I went back out and I was calling her name, and she was just not showing up. And her little red ball, which since I've been putting peanut butter in, is her favorite toy, will not separate with it, was right on the ground. And so I was like, like
over,
my
man.
child had just been kidnapped, or like the child I was protecting,
The child
for
you were
a
supposed to be watching
diplomat had just
is
been kidnapped.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panic mode. Nix. I'm like up on the fence looking behind our place where there's this communal garden, which she's tried to get into before. And I'm just like freaking out. And I'm running circles around the yard. I finally just go through the tree brush because I see this light. And it's the one lone fence post that's no longer in front. So because it's broken, it's just this perfect doorway out. And then I walk up to it. And then Neeks. Just like...
She's on the other side of, or
Other side. She had gone out. She was just on an adventure, like just doing a brave little toaster adventure. And as soon as I got to the fence post, I'm like peering through, the looking glass. Neeks just
you caught me.
get back inside, runs through, bolts through back to her cage or her kennel. She got the cage after that. Biggest smile on her face. Just absolutely no idea what's going on. I was visiting the neighbors.
Yeah, she was having fun. She was
Yeah.
doing something.
Like you said, she was on an adventure, man.
Oh,
this
yeah.
was, this was new ground being broken.
It was completely new world she had never seen before. And then she peed right in front of me, on top of my like stupid foot rack thing. What are those called? Doormat.
A doormat.
Peed on my doormat. Yeah.
She peed on the doormat. That sucks.
That's a good end of the story.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
So
There's a bit of catering work going on downstairs.
Yeah.
It's very loud.
a little bit. So you've been moving,
I've been moving,
playing Baldur's Gate,
playing Baldur's Gate.
losing Jerry's dog. Got it.
Losing my brother's dog. Yeah.
Wait. We know what I've been doing.
Yeah.
We know what he's been doing. What's the Redbeard been doing?
What's
me
Captain Redbeard?
I've been digging post holes.
Okay.
Actually, let's go back a little bit. I'm unemployed.
Well,
For that-
I have
for
a job for you. It's really fun.
Nope.
We're
for
still
last,
hiring because we keep on losing people.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
For the last month, I've been unemployed because I quit my job because I'm going back to school. So had that time off.
Exciting.
It's been good. So I've been digging post holes, helping my aunt do a rail fencing thing today, and building steps for her. Digging post holes, going fishing.
With someone out fishing you.
That's
Just gonna leave it out there. I'm not gonna
But
say
I
who.
have a picture, Tim, for you to post up right about.
No.
Nah, I won't.
We should tell that story though. That's
But
a
I
good
will tell you the story.
Yeah.
So we went fishing up. If you get,
Detroit is.
do you know where Detroit?
Yeah, Detroit.
Okay,
Lake.
so
There's
we're
a
going.
river that flows into Detroit.
Yeah, so the North San Am flows into Detroit and actually flows out of Detroit. This is the North San Am. We were up past Detroit on the North San Am.
Very beautiful river.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Super pretty. Super cold water. But
Just
very,
lots of fish.
Very
Very
pretty.
good fishing.
A lot of good fishing. We're up there and we're fishing. We've been fishing up there for like all morning. We tried to find the early hatch of all the bugs and everything. It was great. We're up there fishing. We're catching fish. We're doing awesome. And then we're starting to head back. And then we're like, let's hit this hole one more time.
And
So this hole is a log jam that we're on top of, and the water's right below us. And you're kind of on the log jam, and you're flicking out across because we're fly fishing. Of course.
water's slow there. It's
slow,
perfect.
and if you look straight down,
There's a log.
you can see trout. I'm not joking. Probably
ones. Bigger than that.
18 to
Yeah,
20
18
inches.
inches. Yeah.
Like they are primos.
That's cool.
Belly fish. Okay.
And they're all sitting in the same spot.
Oh yeah. So this knucklehead right here, not this one, that one. For the audio listeners, I was pointing at Aid. He decides, hey, I'm doing a double fly system, and that's fine. That's what we normally are doing.
Yeah.
We run two flies at the same time. Okay.
And let's preface
And-
this.
and-
They're the both flies that have been working so well that day.
Yes.
So incredible.
Primo
They've been-
flies.
They're primo
I've
flies.
locked it in.
He locked it in. You know where he found the flies? On the side of the bank.
I did. I found them and I tied them on, and it was
Really?
just, it
And
was
worked.
a miracle.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, it just
They're
changed
just
the
soaked
game.
in chum.
No, seriously, it changed the game. It really did. It got us from catching a fish or two to like every fish.
This
They
is
were
the start of a
great.
very bad Goosebumps episode where you find a cursed fly
Yeah.
from some ghost of a fly fisherman.
Yeah.
Basically. So he's out there. He's hitting that spot right when we're coming back.
Because you can see the fish.
Because
They're
you can
right
see the
there.
fish.
It's
He
like
flicks,
beautiful
flicks
fish,
it
yeah.
out, comes down, and he can watch. Apparently, I don't know.
It's the crazy
Tell
story.
me what happens.
I'm gonna tell you the story right here. It's happened a couple times to me now, fly fishing, but it's very rare. Where a fish will take each fly. So there's 2 fish now.
Okay.
Because I have 2 flies. It happens here. 2 big, huge fish, not like, the 15, 16 inches, converge from different directions onto my flies. I set the hook, but since there's a lot of weight there, breaks off. Very unfortunate. It was still enough hook set to hook the fish.
Yeah.
So I can see them. They're flashing down there, trying to go different directions. But since the flies are tied together, it's like handcuffing 2 guys and then tasering them.
So now I'm going to step in here.
Yes, this is
my point of view. I start walking back. He's down in the hole. I actually was up higher.
Yeah, he's still fishing up higher.
I was fishing up higher, and I walked back. I'm walking back, and all of a sudden, I see this man. We're wearing waders, chest waders. They're like he's wearing neoprene chest waders. They go up really high, and so we don't get wet. He's taking off his neoprene waders, and then
he's taking off his clothes.
he's taking off his clothes.
Down to his
Interesting.
underwear.
Takes his
Down to his
pants off.
boxers.
That he has his boxers on, and that's about it, and a t-shirt. And he's like, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like this. The fish stole our hooks. And I'm like, what? They're right there. I can see them.
Yeah.
And so he
They're
goes,
still there.
and he goes like this. Can I borrow your net? Because he broke his net
On an
Also,
earlier trip.
On an earlier trip, got it refixed, broke it again. Anyway,
It was a shoddy fix.
so I have to walk down there. I run down. I go down to the embankment, hand him my net.
He's got to climb up on the log jam.
I got to
He's
climb
doing
up
some
on the log jam to
parkour.
just get it to him. Get him
No,
the
real
net.
quick, just point of
Oh, go ahead.
clarification.
Go ahead.
Yes.
You're about to go into enemy territory to retrieve stolen
goods.
stolen goods.
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Very exciting.
Like the fish have stolen the fish catching machine.
Exactly.
I need to get it back.
Yeah,
Right.
He has to get it back.
The rest of the day's success mainly hinges on these 2 flies getting retrieved.
It's a very Rogue One Star
Now-
Wars. You got to
Yes,
get those battle
yeah.
plans.
He's gotta get those
Let's
battle
preface one more thing. The 2 flies I had on, one of them was doing okay, and one of them was doing amazing.
Okay.
Okay? So I needed that one that was doing amazing.
That's what he was going for.
About 90% of the fish was on this amazing one.
Okay.
And so I give him the net, and I crawl back up because I left all my gear up top.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to I didn't want to go down the embankment.
Wise man.
And
Didn't want to break his net like
break
somebody else.
other things.
Yeah.
So I crawl back up, and so I'm now up top, and I just hear this little squeal of ah.
Okay, let's preface one more thing. It's snow glacier meltwater.
Cold.
No, it's coming off of a hot springs. Okay,
Yeah,
it was
right.
like 93 degrees in the water. It was fine.
So cold. It's like, have you ever done like the super clear lake? What's that lake called?
I know what lake you're talking about.
And you jump in and it's just like instantly.
Wait, are you talking about Blue Pool?
What's that? No,
Blue
it's-
Pool's up in the San Diego
I
pit.
don't-
That one's
I don't
cold.
think it's
But
Blue Pool.
I
It's
do.
just
there's-
like your skin's red and it's like tingling,
Polar
burning
plunge.
needles. It's
Yes.
just like, oh my gosh. So I jump in. Okay, what's maybe a little more manly then?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, not like a donkey.
And so he's
becomes
in there,
donkey.
but the water is up to his like
Yeah, it's a lot.
chest.
It's a lot deeper than you would expect.
And he's like floating there, kind of kicking, and he has his net up. And I have a photo of him, and all I have is his head above the water, kind of a thing. And he's like this. I got to get him. Reaches his net down, and as he does, the fish are gone.
the fish spit the hook because I scare him. I spook him
scares
off.
him
So he
off.
finally shakes the hook off.
Good.
But he goes down and he retrieves up our
2 flies. I
two
got it.
flies. It's amazing.
Mission success.
Mission successful. Cha-ching.
Now, one more preface.
Go ahead.
When I was grabbing it, it was stuck on a log so that they actually broke apart from each other. So now they're separate.
so now they're
Each
separate.
fly is now separate.
So we get him back up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. We get him up. He comes back up, and he's drying off in the sun because it's a nice warm day.
It is. The
it was-
logs,
it was
the
a couple
logs
weeks
have
ago.
gathered some heat.
Yeah,
That's a nice
It was
feeling.
good. Those fish come back to that spot.
Yeah. More
And so
fish.
now
More
I'm
fish
like,
come in.
you know what? I'm gonna go grab my stuff. I come down with my gear.
We were
and I'm
thinking
like,
about
okay.
leaving, and then we're
We
like,
thinking
okay,
about,
well,
let's
I
just
have to dry
it
off
some more.
anyway.
He has to dry off.
I'm going to a couple more casts.
Yeah, I'm flicking out there, and we're having fun. We're just goofing off.
I catch one small fish
Catch one small fish, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna try
to go up a little higher.
go
Just
up a little bit higher. Yeah, and I think you put on the brown. You put
I
on
put
the,
on that brown, that
you put
magical one.
the
I put
magic
it back
brown
on.
one, and he throws the magical brown one. Throws it out there.
It's magical. One cast, I can tell that's a pretty good drift because you want to go with the same speed of the current.
Mm-hmm. Boom.
And then, sure enough, it gets in front of me. That little bobber goes doink.
and he hooks this thing.
This biggest fish of the day.
Oh, it was great. Our adrenaline is now pumping. He gets this nice 20-inch, 21, 18 to 20
18,
inch.
17.
18, I'm going to go 20.
1917.
Okay,
Probably
you're
28,
kinda
28 inches.
It was like a 17-inch fish.
30-foot whale.
It was really pretty.
It was,
Byron
it was
had
gorgeous.
to net it for me.
So I had to net it for him. It was a struggle. We're having this conflict back and forth.
'Cause there's
like,
logs.
how are we
He's
gonna
trying to get
do
under,
this?
over.
I'm
Byron's
fat.
running on a log in the water. and spinning.
I'm fat and I don't want to get wet. And our thing just died. Video just died. Hey boys, we're going black and white for the last couple minutes here because we're almost done. We're gonna wrap it up right here. So we go down there and we hook this thing and we net it. We finally net it, and we get ready for the photo.
You
And
need to get a picture of this. Biggest fish, you need to get a picture.
We need to get a picture of this.
Well,
He
Byron's pushed back. I'm gonna take it from here. I got Byron's net. I pull the fish up. I'm holding it. I've got a good pose. I'm actually standing between two logs, so I have my legs. I'm like doing a squat.
Whoa,
Where
Jean-Claude Van Damme. just
Exactly
like-
right. I'm using leverage to pushing my legs out to keep my body up between these two logs
Yeah,
because there's
impressive.
water below me. No, okay. So
That's
yeah. So I gotta. Yeah.
It's
holding the
different
fish.
than what I was imagining.
I'm holding the fish, and we get these pictures like, yes, we did it. We released the fish. It swims off. Everything's great.
is pretty.
And then we realize I'm still in my underwear in the photo. I'm doing a squat, and my underwear is just directly in the middle of the photo.
It's just
The middle of the shot. The main thing you see.
most people when you show them a photo of fish, they're
Look at
gonna
the
look at
fish.
the fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's what they're gonna look at.
Sure.
And we even sent the photo to his dad and be
And
like,
he
"Hey,
didn't realize.
Hey, here's the photo that we took." No comments. We noticed that there was the underwear shot in there, and he didn't even notice until we told him. So you really don't know.
But if you just look at it, not thinking of a fish picture, my underwear is just me and my underwear is just directly in the middle of the shot.
That's true. You can even see your little tattoo of a heart with an arrow on your thigh.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it says Jude on it because we're such good
It
friends.
does say Jude on it.
When we served together, we
Yeah,
were pretty close.
exactly.
But that was our fishing story, and then
Some
Then
really
someone
compelling
dropped their
fishing
phone in
and
the
then
water.
and then someone dropped their phone in the water, not saying who.
It fell in the
And
log jam. It was
then-
impossible to find.
And then someone lost one of the two flies that he tried to rescue.
Wait, the golden flies?
No.
Not the golden one.
Not the
I
golden
kept the really good one.
He
Okay.
kept the really good one. He
would've been
lost
upset.
the other one, which wasn't doing as well, but still was doing really
It
well.
still would have definitely got more fish.
And so now we're just in this like
Now I
okay,
just went swimming for half the equity I thought I was
half of
gonna
the
get.
equity, but we still kept the equity because we got the fly.
Actually, more like a quarter of the equity because I thought I was going to get a fish out of it too.
Yeah, there was no fish in it.
There was no fish.
Anyway, we get back up. It was a great trip.
It was a great trip.
We'll leave that story right there on underwear. And
Now that
think
it's
we're
faded to black.
I think we're faded to black. We do have one more thing that has to happen.
That's right.
One more thing that has to
So we never told you about this.
Oh, they're turning to me now. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
So as a requirement
Take a
of
breath.
being a guest
Oh no.
on our show,
Oh no.
this is required.
I should have done some research. I should have watched the past episode.
You
should've
should
done
have.
it.
You should have watched
This is
the past
punishment.
episode. This is punishment for that.
Oh.
You have to tell us a joke.
Tell you a.
That's right.
Oh.
It's required.
It's required.
It is required. We can let you stew on it.
Yeah.
We can.
I'm gonna give it. I have to give it like a little bit of thought here to make sure it's a good one.
He's gonna stew on it.
Okay. And you know what's great for having no video? We could just cut right.
We can cut
Now?
right through the stew, baby.
Here we go. Okay.
I'm trying to think of not like a crappy yeah boy joke.
Well,
it's not even funny.
If you, and this is no insult to you, if you had done research, you would probably be comforted in knowing that we haven't had a ton of comedians on. So none of the jokes, and I love all the guests we've had. None of the jokes are great.
When I guest appeared, it was a bad joke. It was bad
know?
jokes. Even fibbed them.
Oh,
It's our level of humor. So we're not
yeah.
aiming for the stars.
Oh, yeah.
We're aiming for like a really tall tree.
We just got to make the whole audience that is watching you right now laugh.
cringe. Oh,
You have to make all 28 people that do our set and makeup and all that kind of stuff make them laugh.
Listen, we can put a studio laughter in.
Yeah,
We can make this look a lot better.
yeah. Oh
Alright.
man, I gotta just
A pun? You know puns?
puns. I'm drawing dead.
Drawn dead.
Drawing dead.
Like poker. He's drawing dead on the flop here.
You a big poker player?
I like to watch poker.
Really?
I do.
I just started learning poker. My
Yeah.
class is
I like
doing
poker. I do. I play it too. I know how to
yeah,
play.
that's cool.
All my jokes are like situational.
I do. I
saying?
do understand that. Yeah, it's a different type of humor.
It is a
But
different humor.
as
gotta come up with
terrible as it
something.
is, you have to give us one.
Gotta come up with something.
You gotta pay the.
It can.
What is that? What
Pay
is
the
it saying?
pay the
You got to pay the ferryman.
Troll.
The ferryman.
yeah,
The ferry
toll
toll.
on the bridge.
pay the troll toll.
The toll. You got to
toll.
pay. You got to pay the ferryman. The ferryman his toll.
The dead. There's a ferry,
Yeah.
and he is
What?
dead,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you have to pay him.
But he's the one that takes you to the other side.
Right. The troll toll.
The troll toll.
I'm just confused now.
Huh?
I'm just confused now.
So are we.
So we make all of our guests tell this joke. You got to tell us.
I had to tell a joke.
You got to tell a joke.
Okay, well, I do have one in my back pocket here.
Oh.
In light of the recent Titanic submarine kind of incident,
Oh, we're
I don't
going
want
there.
to take it there.
Submarine
but-
implosion. Yeah.
It was so bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh no.
Top 10 worst segues.
That is like hard.
Roughest.
the worst idea.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, his first guest episode. I think he knocked it out of the park. I'm glad you
God.
guys
Hear the
joined
joke?
us.
Wait, that wasn't the joke.
That was the pre-joke.
This is a pretty joke. You got more?
You had a pre-joke.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So,
roll
in
out.
light of the recent events here, the question is, what do you call something on the bottom of the ocean that shivers?
I can't.
What?
A nervous wreck.
A nerve.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if Logitech controllers have like a vibrate, but you can.
Oh my goodness. Which that's apparently pretty normal using.
No, that's
Like-
no.
No, it
way.
is.
Logitech. What?
Not Logitech, but like
Just,
a ton
gaming
of
controller?
submarines.
Oh,
no, a ton of private
like-
submarines are controlled RC.
Yeah.
I didn't know
100%.
that. I
100%.
didn't know
Yeah.
Sorry, geez.
Side note.
Thank you for listening to this episode. I know it's shorter, and I know it's a bit more lax than our traditional episodes, but I still think there's a bit of meat in here about being good stewards in your community
Yeah.
and how much of a large impact change that can have on the people surrounding you. It's very important to remember in each pod of your social life to actually maintain those maintain those roots and foster a relationship with people so you can be an example of Christ.
And because you never know when you could need that connection.
That's right.
Maybe they're going to start going through something, and if you don't have a connection, maybe you're not going to be able to be there for them. But if you
Yeah.
have a connection beforehand, then you can do more of a evangelist approach when they actually need it most.
Every bridge you build with someone also supports you a bit.
Yeah.
You know, there's equality there. But thank you for being part of this. If you'd like to learn more Christian influence,
We have a Discord server.
www.discord/Christian influence. That's not the right
.gg.
.gg. There you go. Check us out. You can listen to all the podcasts on our YouTube channel or Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can find podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Until next time, normally we have Levi roll the outro.
Nope, there's no way.
Roll that outro.
I end the program by saying, you've made this day a special day by just your being you. There's no person in the whole world like you, and I like you just the way you are.